Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora 4X. And in previous episode we actually managed to go into a new system. We started exploring there, or we are starting to explore there soon. But we also realized that it's a rather large system. And we don't actually have a range even to reach the moon in A1, which is a bit of a problem. I mean, what our Longbow 2 class has a range of 70 billion kilometers. Let's have a look. From the jump point, 70 billion would reach about there. Thereabouts. So yeah, we don't have the range to even go to the first planet there, so we can explore the asteroids here, of course, and then we can do the survey of the jump points. But that's about it. And actually, something that we didn't go through in the previous episode is the galactic map. And first of all, you can arrange the systems any way you want. I'll probably... But of course, when you organize them, you need to save positions so that it actually saves them. But what I usually do is I go about 15. And then actually that's a bit too far for that. There we go. So we got Hymir and Munin. And we know that there's at least one other jump point in Hymir. And sometimes I use this one here on the side, but right now we might be or just to the left of what I'm recording here on the screen. So I will be able to see it, but it's not going to be taking any extra space from here. And actually that reminds me, I need to open the events for this side as well. Right, but there was one wish for a ship so far, so let's we'll rename the longboat, or second longboat. Hold on, rename. Let me quickly check what the name was. This might be a bit trickier. Because it doesn't... Okay, well, actually, there we go. Axilion. I hope I got it correct. Yes, I did. Okay. So Axilion, I'm gonna let you take control, have that as the longboat, or second longboat, because that is currently exploring new areas. The longbow one is currently just still in Hymir, just going through the jump points. But we should actually also set up the another longbow to be built, because we will need more than just two. And once we build that, actually, how long does it take now? It's gonna take up until March. So it's actually not that long. Oh right, and we're gonna get our first freighter in December. That's brilliant. And then we started producing a lot more research labs, so that's good. I think what we're gonna do now is just go on auto turns. And let's see if we're gonna actually find something in Munin. Maybe, maybe don't. We got another research lab, and we got a naval shipyard complex. Right, so first of all we'll need to increase the research somewhere. Ship-to-ship tractor beam wouldn't be a bad one, so we could get the... what's it called? The tug. On the other hand, is there something that we need desperately? Fuel production wouldn't be a bad one. Fire control speed wouldn't be a bad one. Actually, do we have... I'm gonna add another one for the sensors and fire control researchers, just because I know that we will need a lot of the research there done. Preferably as quickly as possible. So increasing that might be a good idea. Now, we don't have anything else queued up for the production, so let's fix that, shall we? So we got quite a few automated mines already. We got a construction factory still under production, but since we don't have a huge amount of resources, expanding that any further is probably not a good idea. And okay, so we got 5 mass drivers. We got a decent tracking strength. I mean, it's not great, but it's a decent. And let's actually make another commercial spaceport with 20% of the capacity. Right, then anything else? Did we research the... I don't think we did, the improved command. Improved command and control. No, we did not yet start researching that, but that's fine. It would be useful in the long run, but since we are inhabiting only one system right now, it's not that big of a deal, and we don't have many colonies, but we apparently did find some resources in the comet here. Some neutronium and a fair bit of titanium. Accessibilities are reasonable, but that might be certainly something that we will eventually mine. But let's keep on going. Oh, we found more minerals, and there was a maintenance problem in the Longbow 1, okay. Also, it was the Comet 5 that we found. Okay, so that's carbamide. 68,000. I mean, it's reasonable, it's not a huge amount. But it's something to keep going at least. So let's have a look. How much does the ship have maintenance supply? It has still 275, so it should be fine for a while. Let's jump back to Moonin. And hopefully we can find some decent resources here. On the other hand, it is only going to be asteroids and comets here, so we might not have all that great luck, but oh, I always keep. Okay, so we got the fire control speed rating up. We started on the fire control range, so that's good. Then we will be getting some research. I mean, for example, the ghost cannon launch velocity will go up. Did we get the railgun stuff? I don't remember. But that's actually something that we could use in fighters, have railguns that will be then taking out missiles. Of course, the railgun does take a fair bit of room. And it doesn't have a huge range or anything like that, but if we get a few more levels, then yeah, fighters with railguns would be useful. And then of course another thing that is a bit of a meme of the community, I suppose, is meson fighters, because mesons, they only do 1 damage per hit, but at the same time it penetrates all shields and armor, so it does damage directly to the inner components. And if you have them attached on a fighter, which is quite sippy, it can run around circles, and hopefully the enemy point defense doesn't take them out. But we'll see. But we're not going to research that right now. Or get more of the railgun technology right now. I think we got better priorities. Oh, we found more resources at a comet here. Let's quickly pause. Actually, 2 comets. Comet number 2 has some boronite, vendrite, and uridium, and comet 8 has some titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different resources we have found here so far. So there's still 5 that we haven't found, including duranium and thorium and corundium, which are all rather useful. And then gallicite, and oh, we got Gauss cannon launch velocity 1. Now we're getting the rate of fire for the Gauss cannons. Excellent. Now, is there anything that we should still put into the research there? So it's the which is okay. Yeah, there's a lot of missile stuff queued up for him. It should be fine. Alright, this is actually changing the priority of these, not actually scrolling down. There would be another bar here that we could use for scrolling, but we don't need to worry about that right now, since there is only that many that it was showing. Right, so we are actually building research labs, almost one research lab per year, so that's going to be quite useful. And of course, the construction rate will be increasing a little bit more, but not a huge amount. The shipyard task, oh, the longbow 2 is already almost halfway done. The freighter is almost done. Let's actually have a look. Where do we want to send in some stuff once we are done with the freighter? So, honestly, Hymir A1 is one of the places where we might want to have at least a bit of a mining going on, because a lot of duranium, corundium, uridium, and it has a lot of fairly useful resources, but of course the accessibilities are so low that it won't be producing much. And of course the moon over here can provide some duranium at least. And that might be something that will just mine out quickly, and then we can move the mines elsewhere. Then, okay, that's the gas giant. This one has a lot of resources as well, but the accessibilities are completely terrible. And then there's corundium over there. We haven't run out anything yet, I don't think. No, not quite, but we will be running out of neutronium pretty soon. And carbamide, mercasium, vendorite, corundium. Yeah, we'll be having pretty bad time. But yeah, I think Hymir A1 and then the Moon 1 over here, and then maybe the Corundium Moon will be the ones that will take out our automated mines first. And then once we're done with the Moon here, we can move them to the Hymir A7, which has terrible accessibilities. I just can't imagine. Okay, so there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's quite a few places to scout, not scouts, survey here for the jump points. I don't think we'll be finding anything else, but we'll see. Right, so we got the freighter done. So we'll detach that, rename the task group to Freighter 1. Now, since this one doesn't have jump engines, we can't take any stuff to the other systems yet until we build a colony ship to accompany this, which will then be able to do that kind of stuff. And oh right, we should actually start upgrading this one now. We'll start with the 2,000 ton capacity increase. It's gonna take a while. The whalers are still under construction there, but yeah, we'll build one of the colony ships here. It will take a while. Let's actually have a look. It will take up until, yeah, August in 34. We're currently in December, so more than 1.5 years. At least we get the other survey ship soon. We can send it through the other jump point and start exploring there already. Oh, I don't think we've found any minerals after the comet number 2. No, okay, the Explorer 1 is going to refuel. It doesn't give the message for some reason, but it is doing that. Oh right, we forgot to give the Freighter 1 mission. We should probably do that before we forget. So how many mines do we have in Valhalla? The automated mines, that is. We got 27. So what I think I'll do, is this. We're gonna drop 10 mines into Hymir A1, then we're gonna drop 10 mines into A5 Moon 1, and then... I'm assuming that we have set up... Yeah, we have set up colonies to both of them already. It shouldn't be too bad. So, Freighter 1. You're gonna pick up an automated mine, then you're gonna go over there and unload automated mine. And we're actually gonna take them to both at the same time, basically, so go there and then the Moon 1. Unload, then you're gonna go to Valhalla and refuel, and repeat that 9 times. There we go. Now I should be dropping the mines. Of course, we will still need to take the mass drivers there as well, but that's not really a problem. We can do that later on. Right, so we got the capacity recharge rate 2. Now we're getting the engine power modifier increase. That's good. But we should probably queue up something for the power and propulsion researcher. We could increase the jump drive efficiency if we wanted to. Or we could get more efficient fuel usage. That's always nice. Or start getting the better reactors, because that would be also nice. On the other hand, the capacity recharge rate is also, especially for the beam weapons, is quite useful. Or the energy weapons, rather, but yeah. And at the same time, reactor power boost can be useful. Of course, if the reactor is then hit, it has high chance of exploding, but that is to be expected, quite frankly. We've got a few extra researchers here, so that's good. And we are researching everything else but the biology, because the biology is, especially in the early game, it's not that much required. But is there anything... No, there's nothing queued up for the power and propulsion guys, so let's I don't actually know. We're gonna get the better reactors, because that will open up the research for ion engines, if I remember correctly, and that will be quite useful. Right. Oh, and the maintenance facility max ship size is increasing. Because this one will actually rename this already to Point Defense. Basically, we'll have some point defense ships that will be trying to shoot down enemy missiles with lasers. Although the lasers might not be the best for that, but the lasers will have a rather long range. Or we could technically... Wait, you can't put up railguns on a turret, so yes, it's gonna be lasers, I think. And basically we'll have laser turret. Each laser turret will have their own fire control, so that we can shoot multiple missiles down at the same time. Right. No, we're getting the shield upgrade soon. Do we have anything else queued up for that? No, we don't. I mean, maybe we'll get the shield regenerated. And then the tracking speed and such, we... Hold on, so that's the energy weapons. I don't think we have anything queued up for that researcher either. I think I might want to get better lasers, so we're going to queue up that one. And that one. And then the construction and production... I do believe we need to queue up some stuff for here as well. I mean, the asteroid mining module might not be a bad one, because we don't have much in terms of production. right now, or in planets that are worth mining out. On the other hand, we could increase the mining production rate. Yeah, we're going to increase the mining production right now, then we'll probably put in the asteroid mining module. I think that's enough for that right now. We have located more minerals in Moonin though. Comet number 3 has, uranium and gallicite. Excellent, so we have a lot of different resources around here already. What we might do is, I wonder, what would be the closest... That would probably be the closest asteroid to the jump point. I'm just thinking ahead, is that if we put in automated mines on the comets and then mass drivers, we can shoot the minerals to one of the asteroids. Of course, we will need, for example, the asteroid number 4, we will need mass drivers there to stop the incoming masses, but at the same time, we can gather up them there, and then we can just send in freighter with a colony ship or something to pick up, or colony ship or a tanker. And then we can pick up the resources, or we can just have a ship that is capable of jumping people, I suppose. That would work as well. But anyway, we can then pick up the resources from there and bring it back to Valhalla. We got plenty of options though, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's let the clock run a bit again. We haven't gone too much ahead in this episode yet. I mean, about half a year. Oh, Freighter has completed orders. Excellent. That means that we have mining going on already. So how much are we mining here? 360 tons. That's not terrible. Over here is 72 tons. That is rather terrible. But at least we are getting some resources. I think, yeah, we need to drop in mass drivers on both of those, and then we might want to start mining the corundium here. Because the corundium will be, well, it will be mined a bit quicker than the stuff over here, but at the same time we will be mining more efficiently. So we'll drop in 5 automated mines here. Let's take the freighter and pick up automated mine. Then I forgot it was the moon number 2. Unload automated mine. We'll probably repeat that 4 times. Then load up mass driver. And hold on, it was the A1. We'll drop 1 there. We'll probably have to refuel and load another mass driver, go to the moon 1. And drop a mass driver there, and then go back to Valhalla and refuel. How much fuel do we have actually? 65 million, okay, we got a decent bit. We haven't been using it all that much yet. We will be getting an... oh right, that's the improvement for the whaler. Of course we still need 3 more before we can even get the... although we should probably start designing it soon. Well, let's go ahead and start designing the whaler. So, no theme name. I don't want to use up the theme names, that is. And then rename to whaler. And of course, I know that for civilian ships you don't need to have it deployment time all that long, but I like to keep them somewhat realistic at least. Well, actually, we might even put it higher, but we'll first set up the things that it requires. So it requires 1 engine. Technically, it doesn't need to be more than the smallest engine available. Then we'll add in thorium harvesters. We can add quite a few of them. I think we had 14 in the design that I did in my practice games, and it was fairly useful. So we'll put up that, then we'll just put in... oh, we don't have the ultra-large fuel tanks yet. I suppose we can use the very large. It is a bit more expensive, but it is still doable. I think at least 10 million liters is required. We might be able to put in a little bit more there, 12 million. Of course, we will need to make that a tanker. And we got 0.2 left. We could put in another fuel storage, I suppose. A small one. Now the thing is, this one can't jump on its own. But it can move, it can go through the commercial jump thingies. And it has a decent capacity. Of course, the capacity is almost a bit too large. But the idea is that we'll have a whole fleet of these on just one gas giant. For example, this one can go for the gas giant that we have here in Hymir, and then just harvest thorium there, make it into fuel, and then our ships can go refuel over here instead of at Valhalla, or we can have what's it called? Oiler or tanker that will ferry the extra fuel from here back to Valhalla, and so forth. And then once we have the tugs, we can use one of those to haul these into position. But we'll figure that one out later, because we are actually out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.